Hi, my name's Lori Lumbie. I'm a mother, a businesswoman, and a concerned citizen. A week ago today, I posted a letter on my blog, http://yourspiritualtruth.com, and the letter was an open letter to our president, senators, and congressmen in regards to the government shutdown. Well, it's a week later and nothing's changed. We're still experiencing the consequences of a shutdown. And in the event that our congressmen, senators, and president have forgotten how to read, I decided to post my letter on YouTube. Maybe they know how to watch a video. So, without further ado, here is my letter. Mr. President, U.S. Senators, and Congressmen, I'm writing to you as a mother, a business owner, and a concerned citizen. As a mother, I say, you should be ashamed of yourselves. How do grown, mostly men, cause the shutdown of our federal government and services, and all over your petty squabbles over Obamacare? Really? Again, you should be ashamed of yourselves. If I were in charge, I would fire the lot of you. If I were your mother, you would be grounded, your electronics taken away, and you would be invited to write a sincere letter of apology to the American people. Then I would take you to the local homeless shelter and soup kitchen and show you how the rest of the world lives, and invite you to remember who you were hired to serve. As a business owner skilled in management, I would point out the obvious. Mr. President, while I voted for you and I continue to uphold your leadership and your policies, Obamacare, while good in theory, will prove to be problematic, not only in its execution, but in its practice. Senators and congressmen, do you remember who you work for? You work for us, the American people, not the lobbyists who pad your pockets, most certainly not the insurance and pharmaceutical companies who are sure to benefit from the revisions to Obamacare that you are working so hard to push through. You work for us. Do not forget that. If I were your business manager and you failed in your job, as you have failed, I would fire the lot of you and start over. And my choice for your replacements would be required to fulfill the following requirements. Number 1, you will have experience working in the service industry. There's nothing better than pushing burgers, waiting tables, and tending bar to teach one humility and compassion for the human condition and the reality of life in the United States. Number 2, you would be required to undergo sound psychological assessment to ensure that you have an emotional intelligence over the age of 12. I need to know that you can play well with others, listen to opinions other than your own, hear the truth beyond what is being said, name and claim your needs, and speak to others nicely without bullying and name-calling. I also need to know that you can work for someone other than yourself and your own selfish pride. I want grown-ups running my government, not spoiled, rotten children. Number 3, you would have had to experience life in the trenches, what it is like to be uninsurable, to have to pay for insurance out of your own pocket, to have an unplanned pregnancy and not know how you are going to care for yourself and this unborn child, to have been unemployed and forced to stand in line at the local unemployment office, or to experience the humiliation of food stamps, to be faced with the rising costs of education and knowing that the only way you can attend college is through student loans, and then to have to face the staggering debt required of a 4-year college degree. If you had not had these experiences, you would have to serve a pre-employment internship in which you are serving these people, so you can see the faces and learn the names of the people that you have been hired to serve. As part of this internship, you would be required to spend time in the worst places in our country, where people live in poverty under the constant threat of violence, so that you can see where real change needs to be accomplished. You will have to undergo training, number 4, you will have to undergo training in collaborative leadership and consensus-based decision-making. Ultimately, serving in the Congress and the U.S. Senate is about finding the middle path through the perceived poles of bipartisanship. If you cannot learn to work together for the common good, then you have no place in government. If you are only there to serve your own agenda or the agenda of the lobbyists who pad your pocket, then you definitely have no place in government. I'm not sure where you belong. Maybe there's a special room in hell for those that operate in this fashion. Number 5, I would outlaw all campaign fundraising. You would have to run for office by listening to what the people need and want and presenting your plan for how you hope to accomplish this, without the backing of lobbyists or benefactors who might have their own personal agendas in mind. Learn how to build a website, write your own blog, start a Facebook campaign, get your friends together to help you distribute flyers. In this way, you will have an idea of how most small businesses operate, and perhaps then you will have some compassion for how the small business is negatively affected by your childish shenanigans. As a concerned citizen, I implore you to get your shit together. People are losing money, wages, and services as you continue your squabbles. More importantly, critical issues, those beyond Obamacare, are being neglected while you argue. It is obvious that Obamacare has some problems, even some not related to lobbyists' private agendas. My suggestion would be that everyone agree that Obamacare needs an overhaul. Delay the launch, take it off the table, get back to the drawing board, and lock the lobbyists out of this discussion. In revisioning Obamacare, ask yourself one question. How are you going to ensure access to quality health care for all Americans? Let me repeat that question. How are you going to ensure access to quality health care for all Americans? Then figure out how to do it. Sincerely yours, Lori Lumbee, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Thank you.